The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Welcome to the show. Thursday, you're looking live at Tostitos Championship Plaza outside Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, Texas, where it is 90 degrees. The high is 92. The low is 76.
He is Shannon. This is Nate. That's Kurt 2 Pump Daniels. In the back is Chris Beam. I am Salt and Pepper Poppy. Together, we make Hanging with the Boys, the sports talk equivalent of Braille. People feel us when we speak.
Brought to you each and every show by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. How we doing today, fellas?
Good.
Good?
Good.
What was you dragging in here for?
Man, I got my
late last
knees
night.
fixed last year, March 19th. I hope that's the right date. Last year, now, man, my hip, man.
Are you going to get it taken care of?
Man, I'm like,
You know what? I
life is good.
I
Life is great.
noticed a few weeks ago you were back with that little hitch step.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
when you got your
It's in
knees
the video.
clean. You were cruising, and I noticed. I'm like, man, I hope his knees ain't jacked. Now it's your hip.
yeah, so I'm good, but I'm good. You know, thing about me, man, I keep moving.
Hey,
man.
Kurt, his hip jacked up. He ain't getting down like you, baby. He ain't getting down like you. He got to go for the side. He got to lay down for the side. Kurt, he ain't getting down like you, baby.
Kurt's gonna have a hip replacement too.
Yeah. He throwing them things.
7 kids.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Man. How you doing, Kurt?
Good.
You got a non-white button-up on today.
Yeah, what do you think?
You have a
Color in his life.
little burgundy. I like it. Everybody needs a little color in their life.
White burger.
And you, Jesse, you got your Dallas Cowboys Netflix.
America's-
Where did you get
Oh,
that?
You got all the good
He got
stuff.
swag. Not only did he get premium
yeah.
access, he got swag.
You had to be on the blue carpet.
Got the
That's a
whole
cool
bit.
shirt. Who's
Yeah.
it got on it? Dion.
Where's Jerry?
There you go. Emmett, you got the triplets on there.
You got the triplets and Dion.
There you go. That's a sweet shirt. Man, sweet shirt.
Nate would have got one, too.
If he'd have went.
I watched the first episode.
You watched the first one?
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Okay.
At the end
Is
of
it
though,
better to be in it or have a shirt?
Oh, that's all. You know what? That's on the level of I can't remember which Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's, boy just dropped the mic and walked out. That's sweet. That's sweet.
Oh, Lord.
That's hard. Okay.
I had.
That's how we coming
Lord,
today.
forgive me, Lord, forgive me.
Okay.
Lord, forgive me.
I don't have no love
Stay
for
humble.
forgiveness now.
Stay
I have no love for forgiveness now. In fact, that looks like
Yeah.
it looks like that almost right there, kind of.
Yeah.
Yep.
With minus down.
Yeah, they
Right.
usually add prominent, but that's how we coming today. All right, it's gonna be a great show. Nate. All right, wrap it up.
I haven't watched it, but I've seen a lot of the social media clips, and my favorite is they bring up the White House, and everybody's like, "No, I stay." Everybody's like, "Get away!" And Michael goes, "I was the president of the White House." He just owns it.
That's the documentary we need right there.
Yeah, that now.
That's a
You
good,
want to win a couple Emmys.
that's a deep blue right there, Kurt. The president and the White House.
Yeah.
There you go.
Boy.
Do it, Kurt.
Can't get the parties to speak on it.
You get the Emmy of all Emmys. You pull that one out the bank.
Speaking of deep blues, y'all got one coming out.
Another one tonight. It's on Joe Avezzano.
Poor Joe.
Poor Joe.
Poor Joe.
Getting buried under this Netflix, all
Yeah,
this Netflix
yeah.
stuff. Like,
Kind of bad timing for all of us, really.
Yeah.
They've just been promoting.
that's going to be an interesting one, though.
It's good. I've seen a draft of it, and
Harry said, I'm gonna cannibalize all of it.
Yeah,
I'll eat my own network up. I'll eat my own network up to get it out there.
That's for sure. We know our rank in this.
You know where you're at
Yeah.
in the pecking order. All right.
Can I give just to kind of add a little bit of context to the deep blue that's coming out tonight, and like Coach Joe, I didn't play for Coach Joe during his time here with the Cowboys. That was Nate had the pleasure of having Coach Joe around on those teams, but Coach Joe was the offensive coach for 4th and Long with Michael Irvin.
Yes, he was.
So
Okay.
Coach Avezzano was the coach, and man, I love Coach Joe. Like Coach Joe, he was hard on me too. Like he didn't let up. He called me Jolly because he couldn't get Jesse and Holly. He just called me Jolly after about 13. Like coaches, it's Holly.
Is that the Lewis Merritt? How was that?
Yes. After 13, 14 corrections, you just go,
Okay.
all right, man. Yes, Jolly it is. You just accept it. But man, what a great, I'll say for me, what a great man he was to me and for me. He was amazing on fourth and long with Michael Irvin. And if a lot of you, if you've heard this story before, forgive me. If you haven't, this is your first time hearing the story. One of the great things that Coach Avezzano did for me after winning the show, I remember him pulling me to the side and he told me, we can't fail. Like, we can't fail. Like, you going to the Cowboys has all of our names on it. Bill Bates, Michael Irvin, like, we are all representative in this. You going. You can't fail. And in aiding me not failing during my time here with the Cowboys, the show was shot and filmed during OTAs and mini camps, where a young player or a new player to a team would be able to come in and be there for the installs and practice it and see it and all that kind of, the repetitions of it all. And this is why I sometimes get a little bit frustrated with certain guys who don't give everything for these opportunities that they get here, and they just look at it as just whatever. Yeah. This is why. So I'm not at OTAs. I'm not at minicamp. I'm shooting fourth and long. We in fourth and long. Our shooting ends when OTAs and minicamp are over. It's then debuted and aired the weeks leading up to training camp. Well, during this time, we know who won. The Cowboys know who won. We have requested multiple times to Jason Garrett and the Cowboys, who was the offensive coordinator at the time, can we get a playbook for Jesse so that he can at least learn and study some of these plays to give him a fair advantage to at least try to be a part of this football team after, being the 80th man on the training camp roster. Time and time again, we were denied. We were told that I'm technically not a part of the Dallas Cowboys football team until I sign a contract. Well, I wasn't signing a contract until I got to San Antonio. Here's where Joe Avezzano comes into play, who's a legend in these parts. This is when the Cowboys still were over at Valley Ranch. Coach Joe said, he used some choice words, basically saying, F that. Coach made a couple phone calls. He made a couple things. And it was very strategic because I was stationed and camped out in a secluded area in Richardson, Texas. They flew me in. When I got to Dallas, they flew me into Oklahoma City. Someone picked me up, drove me to Richardson, Texas.
So nobody'd see you.
So nobody would see me in the
give away the
airport.
show.
Correct. I stayed, and shout out to Mama Gloria and Jeff White, right? Night and day. This was the aunt and uncle of a guy who worked on the show. I'm stationed out in a suburb in Richardson at Gloria and Jeff White's house, right? And so now, how do we get to having some information about what's happening? And I know it's still getting long, I'm wrapping it up. Coach Avezzano says, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do it either early in the morning or late at night. So I had to do my training schedule and my film schedule at the wee hours of one of the ends. Early, late. Well, we went late. We would sneak, Coach Avezzano would sneak me and him into Valley Ranch. He knew some people at the gate. If you knew the gate at Valley Ranch, it wasn't the most secure gate there. But they knew Coach. We would sneak into Valley Ranch, and a film person who will remain nameless because that person is still on staff here. and they are cool people. A film person at the time was kind of like an intern. Had a room at Valley Ranch that was probably, if you took out a corner of this room that we're in,
They had a closet.
that closet. And all this person did was cut up film. Like, that's was his job. Film comes in, cuts it up, gets to the people that he needs to get to. Well, every one of Jason Garrett, that's his policy, he records every install. So in the meeting room, there's a camera. He's recording every install. So every page he puts up on the screen and they go over it and instructions to it. Well, Coach Avezzano would sneak me in. He and I would sneak into Valley Ranch, go into this coat closet, and we would be in there for hours watching every single practice, every single meeting install offensively. And I was hand writing down.
You couldn't get the playbook, but you were getting it visually.
But I was getting
making your
visually
notes.
because what they were installing was the playbook. So I was writing it down in the notebook, play after play. This is a offensive install, hundreds of plays that I'm writing in hours upon hours upon hours. Coach Joe would go down to the little food area, sneak food back in there for us. And he's like, listen, if you got to pee, you better hold it. Like, because we ain't going to the bathroom. You better hold it. You better get one of these Gatorade bottles. And that's how I learned or had some knowledge of what the playbook was, so that when I got to San Antonio, I wasn't
the same information as everybody
wasn't
else.
as far off as everyone else. That's what Joe Avezzano did for me.
That's
So
awesome.
That's the kind of dude he was. He was intense, but he was one of those dudes that if you were down with him and he was down with you, y'all riding. He gonna ride for you. He gonna ride for you. And he rode for me, man. And we did this for nights. Hours and hours and hours of just being in this closet and me handwriting. Then we got to the special teams portion, and that's his specialty. So he's breaking that down to me. And he's like, Jolly, if you're gonna be around here, you better be a tough bleepity bleep 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 on these special teams. And I was like, yes, sir. Like, that's how I got that mindset of it was from
Whatever it takes, man.
Yeah.
How was he when you?
Joe Avezzano story.
Same thing. He's no different. I mean, he knew it.
So watch the Deep Blue.
Yeah, he knew how to handle each player, and that's every guy. And that's the advantage a special teams coach has, because he's gonna touch every guy on the team, and he knew how to talk, and he watched other guys how they handle guys, so he knew how to talk from Leon Lett to me. It didn't make no difference from the craziest to the meekest. He knew how to handle all 70 guys. He's
Chris,
just a great man.
And Chris, you worked with him a lot on Desperados, right?
That's right. Yeah. When he was the Desperados coach, I actually run the radio side of it. So I got
How was that?
It was great. He was an interesting fella.
Yeah.
Very charismatic, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. I remember my first year in 1999, I was an intern with the Cowboys. We were in Wichita Falls. And, like, one of the last nights, we'd go over to it was some bar, and he had his band out there, and he would sing the last.
Patrick's his bar?
His bar
No. This was in Wichita Falls.
Oh, okay.
I think it was Graham Central Station actually was the name of the bar. And it had like every spot had like a countryside. It had like pop. It was like this big old bar, college town. And the last night he'd be in there with his band singing. And, in 1999 you had like Aikman, Emmett, all of them in there listening to Coach Joe playing in his band, his country band.
Drinking beers, sipping whiskey.
I guess Nate wasn't there.
I didn't go. I had my own little spots.
Yeah, one of our episodes was shot from his sports bar, Hat Tricks. One of the episodes was shot there. It's one of the one times that we got a chance to get out of the Cotton Bowl. And just think, this is Michael Irving showing you how to have a good time.
Was that the night everybody got hammered and you chose not to drink because then you had to run like
You sure did.
13 miles the next
Sure
day?
did the next day. My habits paid off. My good habits paid off that night.
Just like the Lysol spray.
Yeah. Well, you talking about Camp Eyes? You talking about Camp Eyes? And then they imported.
They made it hard on you.
More ways than one. So how do they watch? How do they watch the documentary, Kurt?
Be on YouTube and the website,
DallasCowboys.com.
DallasCowboys.com, and I think on our Cowboys Now TV app. So, yeah. And then
Tonight, right?
Tonight.
Okay.
And then it'll air this weekend on Channel 11, but I'm
Is
sorry,
that
I don't know for
WF?
sure. That's KTV.
KTV? Okay.
but I'm not real sure when. So,
Okay, well, check it out.
yeah, it's cool.
Way
Check
to
it
go,
out.
Kurt. Way to
go.
Way to go, Kurt, for pushing all the work that you do out on the right platform.
I didn't have a whole lot to do with that.
Who was the writer producer on that one?
Nick and
that's right. Yeah.
Thomas Blakey. They were the head guys on.
Yeah, Nick was really close to Coach.
You can
Coach
tell Joe Avezzano stories all day, man. I'll tell you one about how we started the 5 minutes, 10 minutes late fee fine.
Do it.
You want to go to a break first?
Nah, do it. We'll do it after the break.
I remember when we first started. He was a special teams coach, so we had to show up an hour before. You know, if we started meetings at 3, we had to show up at 2 for special teams. Anybody that was connected. So, only Troy, Mike,
Right.
they didn't have to show up. But they started showing up. And so Coach Joe, like I say, if he down with you, he had a few of his boys that was running late.
Time out. You said Emmett, Troy, and Mike started showing up to these special teams meetings?
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. Leadership is a wild thing on winning championship. Go ahead. Anyway.
You see that?
Go ahead.
Don't do that.
Go ahead.
Don't do that. We're going to eat chicken.
Go ahead.
But anyway, these things started getting exciting. So Joe down with you, and I think it was maybe Kenny Gann or one of those guys who was an A special teams guy, was running late. And, he's just a minute late. So that's $100. Everybody like, yeah, that's $100.
Who said that? You did?
So, I just hollered it out of nowhere. That's $100. If I can be here, he can be here. Because we was at the same club. I'm selling him out. You know what I'm saying? We was at the same club, running the same. We was in the white, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, and then the next week, this was funny. Next week, somebody else showed up about 3 minutes late. Hey, Cole, that's $300. And so that thing got to the point where we stopped saying you could be 4 minutes late. It's still $500. You can be 5 minutes late. It's $500. It just started right at $500. After building it up. Right. If you late, it's $500.
Yeah.
Coach Johnson caught wind of it. And somebody walked in 30 seconds late. That's $500.
Ooh.
And that's how we started. So all of our meetings got to the point where if the meeting was at 3 o'clock, everybody's sitting in there at 2:55.
Yeah.
Sitting in there. And it got like that. And even Troy might, hey, man, y'all fall up under these rules. Y'all may not be on those special teams, but y'all fought. So that's how we started that back in the day with Coach Joe.
That's all. What would y'all do with the money?
I don't know what they did with it. Because nobody showed up late. And if you did show up late, they just asked for your playbook, bro, because they know you didn't want to be on this team. That's funny, ain't it, man?
That is. That's hilarious.
That's awesome.
Crazy, man.
All right, let's take our first break. When we come back, who knows what we'll talk about. Find
Practice.
out. Stick around, find out.
What practice?
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
How about them Cowboys? Or how about them Tyson Cowboys Nuggets? As we cheer for the stars on the field, we love that we've also got some stars on our plate, thanks to Tyson brand star-shaped Cowboys Nuggets. That, along with all our other favorite Tyson Foods products, sure make game day special. Score some delicious Tyson Cowboys Nuggets and become a game day star, just like our Cowboys. As you enjoy your stars on and off the plate, remember, tailgates and game day have always been Tyson.
Crown Royal and the Dallas Cowboys are bringing back the Royal Rig for Season 2. See it in action at AT&T Stadium on Thanksgiving Day, where the Dallas Cowboys take on the Kansas City Chiefs, and around Dallas on November 26th and November 28th. Visit crownroyal.com to see where else the Royal Rig is stopping this NFL season. That's crownroyal.com. Please drink responsibly.
Cowboys fans, SeatGeek is the only primary ticketing partner of America's team and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game, so you can be part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Cowboys games or to any other live event in DFW, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. SeatGeek.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the second segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every day by blockchain.com.
Blockchain!
Thank you, blockchain.com. Chris, get us the winner's name for that Wingstop contest.
Do they
I want to know who it is.
already?
Even if we can't announce it.
Did they stop it?
Thanks.
Yeah,
They did stop it.
stop.
Yes.
Get the name, even if we can't announce
I'll
it.
do it
'cause
right now.
I want to know if it's a regular listener or a call-in listener. All right, practice at the Star this week. Last 2 nights, right?
Mm-hmm.
Were you guys there? You there, Jess?
Yes.
Nate, were you there?
Yeah, I was there last night. Yes, I was. sir.
Anything we need to know about, or is it just practice as usual, and we'll see the preseason game, and then 2 weeks we'll actually play real football? Anything jump out? I know there were some. I know Milton talked after practice that had some disturbing things. Kurt thinks a couple of disturbing comments. Let's just
Lord.
Question mark.
there's just a couple of
What
things
was
that
the disturbing thing?
couple of things that disturbed Kurt was he admitted that he needed to clean his feet up. Kurt wants to know, hasn't he had all off season to do that? And also, this one's the one that got me. Said he's going to treat tomorrow's game like a real preseason game after treating
a real game.
Yeah, like a real game after treating the other two like a preseason game. As a
That ain't the only quote that got me too.
as a pro football player, shouldn't you treat that trying to make a
Yeah,
team
trying to
every
make a
game
spot,
like it's
yeah.
a game situation? And what's your quote or your soundbite that concerned you, Jess?
Yeah, the quote that he had, I'm pulling it up now. The quote that he had, he spoke about people saying that he throws the ball too hard. And he says, I'm literally not throwing the ball hard. It just comes off my hand like that. I was born and blessed that way. So I feel like if you think I'm throwing the ball hard, then you shouldn't be in the NFL getting paid.
Why did that bother you so bad?
Kind of throwing his receivers under the bus there, isn't he?
What? And then on top of that, if everybody thinks this, we all can't be wrong. Everybody can't be wrong about you throwing the ball way too hard and then way too inaccurate.
Especially your head coach.
Yeah.
So
They're in the corner.
see, somebody got, like people tried to do with me, and I didn't listen. But shouldn't someone be pulling him to the side saying, hey, it's a better way we can do this? When you go to the podium, it's a better way. You can't be a projected leader because all quarterbacks, whether you want to or not, carry that title. And you have to think before you speak. You just can't fly off the handle like some defensive lineman or some outside linebacker or something, just having fun, saying whatever you want to say because it's a lot of people listening to you. And he's got to be a little bit more careful. Like I said, I'm not going to beat up this kid. Once I saw this kid, and me and Jess had a conversation off air, coach knows. The head coach knows. And he's a quarterback. So he knows that this kid needed a lot of work, but it's his job to present a good front. And that's what he's done. This kid can't be playing if something happened to Dak. This kid is not going to play. If this kid played, then, wow, for real? Is this what you're going to tell the 52 other guys that line is up on Sunday? Like, hey, this is the best chance we got? No, you're not going to tell those guys that and want them to believe what you're saying. This kid's not going to play.
Do you guys think that they're going to get a quarterback after final cuts?
I believe so.
Yeah.
So you believe?
I said that weeks ago.
Not sure who might that be.
I said I don't think their backup quarterback is currently.
Jesse must really
roster.
believe that because he raised his hand.
I believe in that.
To the very point that you made, like two things are true. Like your starting quarterback, the last couple of years hasn't played without injury.
Right.
Whether that's in a season, whether that's a couple games, what have you.
Hadn't played a full season, yeah.
Right. It's been shaky the last couple of years when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear what Nate just said. I can't present this to the 52 other guys that this is who we're going to have a chance with on Sunday. Like they'll get in front of the camera and they may rah rah rah, But behind the scenes, they like,
We're cooked this week. We're cooked.
this can't be. And as a head coach who played that position,
Yes, sir.
like Brian Schottenheimer's a former quarterback.
Yeah.
You know. And you can say all you want about, we know what we have in Will Grier. Do you? Do we?
So if you go get a guy, you're not gonna take a chance of losing Milton.
No.
Right? So you're going to hang on to him because you got capital invested in him.
He's
So
your
you,
development.
you hope Greer clears waivers and you stick him on the practice squad, right? Or do you
Will Grier, this is no disrespect to you. Honestly. We're not worried about Will Grier not passing through waivers. I'm sorry. I'm just not.
Where did we get him from? Did we trade for him? Will
got him
Grier?
from Carolina, 3 years ago?
Like,
But I'm saying, did we
Was it-
trade for him or did we
No.
get him off the waiver
Off the
wire?
waivers.
like, we're not. And if we just so happened to lose Will Grier to the waiver wire, Will, this is no disrespect to you, my guy. I can say this because I felt the same way about myself. They're not worried about Jesse Holley making through the waiver wires. And if we lose him, he'll be available soon.
Understand this. Even your backup quarterback, number 10, if you waiver wire him, he's got to be on the starting lineup for somebody's team. You can't get him and put him on the practice squad. He's got to be for 3 weeks on somebody's squad. Am I correct? Is I'm correct, Chris?
If he's on your practice squad.
Yeah.
But you have to, in order to get him to your practice squad, he has to pass through waivers.
Waivers, right.
So now once he passed through waivers and he's on your practice squad,
Okay.
someone can't poach him to put
okay.
him on their
All right.
practice squad. They would
Okay.
have to poach him to put him on their
All right.
active roster.
There's that window they could grab him.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so
that-
he's
so-
showing you enough that he need to be on somebody's practice squad.
Yeah, but even if you want to keep him because you have the years of the contract years, and I think that's the thing about if you cut him, you lose those. I think you use those contract years because you
Okay.
got him in a trade. When you get him in a trade, you
So do
get
they have
his-
to keep him on the roster is my question.
Yes.
They have to keep Mills. No,
If they want to keep him here on the contract terms,
okay.
because if you cut him, because you got
understand
him in a
that
trade,
part.
you
Right.
receive his rights, which he has 3 more years left on his contract. If you cut him, you're basically
You're
saying
boarding them out.
we're done with those years. And if you bring him back, now it's a year-to-year basis.
But they've already invested capital in him, so
Correct.
they think he's a project that
Right.
can develop him, so they're
So
not
what
gonna
is
take
capital?
that chance.
What is capital?
4th-round pick.
Yeah.
We throw them away like it ain't nothing. what is capital?
So
Capital is
big-
on the first 3
but-
rounds for us.
But the thing is now is that, remember, we have that 3 quarterback rule. You have the emergency quarterback. So you can keep the emergency quarterback without it officially being like a game day spot. So you can still bring in another guy if you decide that the veteran that we really want isn't on his roster right now. You can say, Will Grier, you'll pass waivers in 24 hours. Don't go nowhere. You'll be back on our practice squad tomorrow. Carry the 3 quarterbacks, the developmental one.
And then he's your emergency.
I think so.
So if you do go get another quarterback, let's just say this plays out, do you wait on someone to get cut that goes to waivers, or do you actually invest in a Cooper Rush and somebody?
Nah, you wait.
You
wait.
get somebody that
You wait.
because there'll be enough of them out there to pick from.
Josh Dobbs. I can't say names. Sorry, but there's certain players who have been,
Been around.
Waiver wire guys.
been in this league for a long time. Excuse me for saying names. I know I can't say names, but there's guys like that have been 10-year, 11-year journeymen
guys.
They know like this, and I don't
They
make
have
this
more
team.
experience than Grier.
Yeah.
Okay.
In that
They-
Yo, man, I'll be out on Lake such and such. Call me because I know I'll be picked up there.
Yeah. They ain't sweating. They'll be like, we'll be fine. I'll be on someone's roster this year, and I'll hold a clipboard.
Right.
I got another. He said one other thing, and that's the other day, Milton, that I just want to run by. And he said he's bumped up his film study, preparations, and conversations with his private quarterback coach. I guess that's a thing these days, huh?
Oh, yeah.
The
That's a
guys are. And
If you this is not even a pro thing. It's come to the point now. If you are, I just did some work the other day with middle school kids.
Oh, it's gotten all the way down to middle school. Private coaches, position coaches for middle school.
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't think they really need it right now. I'll say this to the parent. And they go, no, I think, and I'm like, if you want to give me your money, I'm gonna give you the goods. I'm gonna give you the good stuff. But I'm telling you that this 12-year-old doesn't quite maybe need this right now. But if you want to pay the fee, cool. But yeah. It's
a guy he's coming in with
help him, man.
Kind of makes you wonder.
But, and this is, and I'm gonna throw some bail to the coaches of whoever it for him. It's a Joe Milton thing, because I'm sure Shoddy and Ken Dorsey, who I believe is the quarterback coach here now, and whoever his private quarterback coach is, I'm sure they've harped and preached about footwork and technique. But the thing is that he's done it so wrong for so long and gotten away with it because of the arm strength. It's that when you get to this very level is where you cannot, like, not on a consistent basis, have bad mechanics, not be able to recognize, like, because the opposition, they're so smart.
Fire those guys and go get Dak's guy. Remember we was picking at Dak 4 or 5 years ago about the flipping the hips and all that? Fire your guy, number 10, and go get Dak's guy. Because you have somebody, you have a franchise that is willing to give you every opportunity. And for you to be just now saying what you're saying and the way you're presenting it, seemed like you did not care. Now you seeming to care. Fire your guy and go get Dak's guy.
Because what you're also realizing is you might have got away with it in New England because people didn't pay that much attention to you.
Right.
That star
different.
Different.
We pick apart everything. We see everything. And
that's presented by Wingstop.
It is presented by Wingstop. But Flavor gets it what?
Wing!
When you say footwork for a quarterback, that can mean a lot of different things, like your timing on your drops, your 3, 5, 7 step drops.
No, how you open your feet and place
You're talking about
your
the
feet.
placement and your hips.
When you get ready to throw the ball, like Joe Milton could 3-step drop.
Hold on. How you throwing the ball, Chef?
And that's how Joe Milton throw it. And that's why
that's
why it sells. And that's why it sells.
Not like this.
But no, all jokes aside, right? All jokes aside, if I'm throwing with bad throwing mechanics,
right,
I can't have bad throwing mechanics and bad
feet too.
Yeah. Something has to be in line to help me get it there. Like when you see Aaron, when you see Josh Allen, you see Patrick Mahomes, like throw these weird angles, go watch their feet. I was in the greatest quarterback that we've ever seen. Okay. I happen to have a cup of tea in New England every single day. And I've told this story here before. Every single day. I was there for 7 months. Every single day. Tom Brady left the practice field, which, by the way, on the practice field, there was a dedicated camera that shot nothing but Tom Brady. And it shot him from the back. It was only the back copy shot, like we call the end zone copy. If you're watching all 22, right. The end zone copy. And every single day he came, we broke practice. He came back to his locker. There were 4 things that were in his locker, every single day. A tape cutter, a towel, a chocolate milk, an iPad. Every single day. Without fail. My chair wasn't always in my locker every single day. His stuff was there. Now, night and day, right? We don't even care if number 16 got a chair or not. Number 12, tape cutter, towel, chocolate milk, iPad. Every single day he watched his dropbacks. He watched, and I asked him because I got curious. I'm like, we're going to watch film. Why are you watching film? And we're going to shower, eat, and go watch the practice film. And he showed me. He said, this is why. He said, I want to make sure I'm carrying out every one of my fakes. I threw the ball left on this particular play. Did I look that safety off right? What does my footwork look like? Did I step when I threw? Did I step in the bucket? Was my hips placed right? This was his work ethic every single day. He wanted to see if his footwork was correct. What did he follow through on that throw? Did he carry out the fake? Because he wanted it to look the same. He didn't want to leave any telltale signs that what he was doing with the football for a guy. Now, this is a guy who went up against, right, Peyton Manning. So that's his Magic Johnson, Larry Bird type situation. He went up against guys like Ed Reed, where Ed Reed was such a studier of film that you had to be perfect. You could not give me a telltale sign, right? You ever seen the clip where Bill Belichick says Ed Reed was the smartest player I ever played against? And he showed the play where he intercepted Peyton Manning. And he goes, I knew when Peyton Manning was throwing the ball over here, he would drop back, he would look this way, he would pump once and then come back. So he did it. Ed Reed set him up. He saw the formation. Ed Reed went one way, knowing that Peyton Manning was coming back the other way. Baseball turned and Ed Reed stayed right there for the interception. So maybe that's why Tom Brady had to be who he was, because of the guys that he was going up against, Bob Sanders type guys, those guys who really were students of the game. But for Joe Milton, like these are the things that, like, that's the part I get a little bit frustrated about guys. Like, you haven't arrived. There shouldn't be, I've been to a lot of practices. I shouldn't see you walking off the field right away. I shouldn't see it. I shouldn't. I just shouldn't. Every day. You should be one of the last guys out there working on the minute things in your game, because they're going to pay such a huge dividend later.
You know what's so funny? Is your boys. See, the thing about football players, your boys, as that one pass you do complete, and everybody high five you, and you do your flip and everything, then they get home and be saying, man, I'm wide on, man. I've heard receivers say this. I've been in their room like, man, boy, I sure wish I can run with the first team call. Mm-hmm. Man, I'm fifth on the depth chart. I can beat this guy out. I'm a better special teams player. I can beat, but the quarterback can't never get me the ball.
All right, let's take our last break. When we come back, more football. Hanging with the boys. Be right back.
Cowboys fans, SeatGeek is the only primary ticketing partner of America's team and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game, so you can be part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Cowboys games or to any other live event in DFW, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. SeatGeek.
Crown Royal and the Dallas Cowboys are bringing back the Royal Rig for Season 2. See it in action at AT&T Stadium on Thanksgiving Day, where the Dallas Cowboys take on the Kansas City Chiefs, and around Dallas on November 26th and November 28th. Visit crownroyal.com to see where else the Royal Rig is stopping this NFL season. That's crownroyal.com. Please drink responsibly.
How about them Cowboys? Or how about them Tyson Cowboys Nuggets? As we cheer for the stars on the field, we love that we've also got some stars on our plate, thanks to Tyson brand star-shaped Cowboys Nuggets. That, along with all our other favorite Tyson Foods products, sure make game day special. Score some delicious Tyson Cowboys Nuggets and become a game day star, just like our Cowboys. As you enjoy your stars on and off the plate, remember, tailgates and game day have always been Tyson.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
Back to Hangin' with the Boys.
Welcome back to the final segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every show by 7-Eleven, where there's a $5,000 winner every single day. Shop with 7 rewards, then play the in-app game for a chance to win $5,000 in cash. Don't play it, Kurt, because you piss me and Jesse off if you win it.
But if you win, you better share, bro.
Yes, sure. At least $100.
Would never.
New
Kurt's not
daily,
telling us.
new daily cash winners only at 7-Eleven. Are you next? No purchase necessary. Ends 1/6/2026. U.S. and D.C. Ages 16 and older. For full official rules and free gameplay, go to 5k-day.com/rules.
I feel like Kurt.
Big goal, son.
If Kurt ever won something like that, or like a large sum of money, like you, and I say this in the context of you would Sam Hurd us in the sense of Sam Hurd, you never knew he was doing what he was doing. He kept the most low key profile. He still drove the same car, still wore the same old.
Well, he was,
you know what I'm saying?
Illegal things.
Yeah, I'm saying in the sense of if you hit, you wouldn't come in here with.
You wouldn't know different. You wouldn't be able to tell.
Kurt have a nicer car and a little better clothes.
Nah.
Some color.
No.
Jesse,
Yes.
if I won the lottery, I
We would
wouldn't
know.
tell anybody,
There would
but
be
there
signs.
would be some
There would be
signs.
signs. There would be
Like a new person running the board.
There would be signs. There would
I would
definitely
be
some
showing up
signs.
late every
There
day.
would be
You want to
some
start the show?
signs.
I don't care, guys. Just start it.
Chris would be walking by the window real like normally when he's running a little bit behind, he got a little giddy up in his step when he walking by the window.
He'd be like Nate today, just
He walking by the
strolling
window, he'll
along.
give us the finger. I was like,
Yep.
hey.
All right, we got 5 minutes left. Nate, last preseason game. Anybody you're going to be watching, any decisions that need to be made, anybody that coach has already said there's going to be some surprise cuts, which everybody's speculating who that is or who those
that when I
people
see
could
it.
be. But is there anybody you're watching this game, or is it just like, hurry up and get this over with, let's get to the regular
Hurry up and get it over with.
Yeah.
You told me that number 10 is going back out there. So we going to spend the first quarter or so trying to throw the football, and then we'll go in the fourth quarter and try to run the football. And by that time, they'll be on gain 200 yards rushing, and they'll have 19 minutes of offense, and the other team will have 40. So that's how it's been going.
Nate's a big fan of preseason football. What about you, Jesse or Kurt?
I'm locked in. You know, these preseason games matter to me as a guy who was always a bubble guy, right? Like a guy who
Do you watch it more intently because of that?
Yeah, man.
Like, are
I'm
you
watching,
interested in?
Ooh, that play might have been the one that got him on here. That play might have cost him. So I'm watching with that level of interest because I live my life on the bubble edge, on needing that last preseason game to determine whether or not I had employment the next week or not.
Who are guys you think are on that bubble that this game could make a difference? Because there's probably maybe 2 or 3 guys that could make or not make the team with this game?
Yeah, I look at crowded rooms, right? I look at the linebacker room as a crowded room. You know, you invested money in Kenneth Murray. Of course, Jack Sanborn is a carryover for Matt Eberflus, so he has a pretty damn good sponsor in the room when it comes down to cut day for Jack Sanborn. Maris was a draft pick, but now those other guys, right? Damone Clark, right? Do we keep?
Well.
He's playing well. Like this is another one of them chances to show whether you're worth it or not. Some guys behind him. Of course, the DB room is you're gonna need some guys to play football. Some reports are talking about that Trayvon may be back week 2. Shadi said the other day in his press conference, we got some guys on the way. So what does that mean? I don't quite know the day or time. But Troy Pride, you're looking to make a squad. Zion Childress, you have flashed and shown and impressed the coaches. Andrew Booth, Izzy Mukwamu. There are some guys out there that are looking to possibly make a team. Then, of course, the receivers. And, Lord, help them, Lord, with a quarterback to get the ball to them so they can go out there. But with the injury of Mingo, who reports say 4 to 6 weeks with his situation. So does that bump up Ryan Flournoy as that 5th receiver that they keep? If it's 4 to 6 weeks, how are you trying to handle that Mingo situation, whether he's going to be on this team or not? What does that mean for Cropper? And what does that mean for Holden and other guys? Everybody gets bumped up a notch. Can you make enough plays? Not only for this Cowboys team, but for somebody else. And then all importantly is the running back room. I think that's an important look of who you've kind of already told us that Javonte Williams is going to be your starter. That's kind of been evident by the way you've treated him in training camp and in preseason. But now what's next? Is little Tink go get some run?
Well, Blue's supposed to get some
we'll
time,
see
right?
Jaden Blue for the first time.
We'll see Jaden Blue for the first time. Where does he fall in that? Is a Phil Maffa a guy that you like well enough to keep? on the 53-man roster? Are you trying to sneak him back onto the practice squad? Shout out to Malik Davis, who all he's done is showed up 36 hours before the game and go out there and lead the team in rushing. And, this is a guy who's been around here for a while. Does he get a proper look? Miles Sanders, the veteran. So I think, some of that stuff may iron itself out throughout the game that I'll be looking forward to. And then, I'll keep a kind of an eye on what we're doing on the offensive line, defensive line, and see if there's a guy or two that we can look in there and say, like, I'll give you an example of a guy like James Houston. Like, James Houston's going to make it difficult. He's going to make it difficult because he's doing well. And already, like, we don't even talk about Dante Fowler, right, who was a 10-plus sack guy last year. And you got Sam Williams, who was in a contract here. Talk about a name that might be a surprise. That might be a surprise. Yeah. Sam Williams. But, of course, Micah's going to be here eventually. I think maybe possibly
on the bubble.
Sweet. I mean, you're talking about a defensive end room that's kind of loaded, and James Houston is a guy who's making some plays for you. Can he continue that? Can he do enough in this game that a coach can go, yeah, I really need him on my squad. Guys playing special teams. Sorensen's going to be looking at those guys and saying, yeah, I'm standing on the table for this guy. And sometimes that determining factor is an offensive coach is saying, man, I need 6 wide receivers and I need 5 running backs, and a defensive guy saying, I need this and I need that. And then you look at Sorensen and you go, all right, we got this guy needs this guy needs this. Here are the names on the board. Which one will be more valuable to your special teams?
You break the tie.
Yeah. And so that's a determining factor, because you go, I'm going to have to go with the offensive guy, that number 6 receiver that he's begging for. Man, this guy is who I have on as a jammer, as a gunner, as a this, as a that. Or I can use that linebacker. I mean, he's on kickoff return. He's on the So Sorensen can break the tie in a lot of this. So it's an interesting. It's not just preseason game number 3 for me. It's lifestyle game number 3. Life-changing game number 3.
Yeah. Well, one more of these tomorrow night, right?
Yeah.
What time does it start?
7, I think.
7 o'clock.
Chris,
What do you mean? You got to do a show tomorrow. You should know. You got to do a pregame show.
No, we don't. Even then, they try treating that like a.
Hey, treat that like a preseason.
Chris,
preseason. We'll start next week.
Well, I'll be on the national call tomorrow.
Hey,
for Compass Media. So if you want to hear your boy Jay Holly, I'll be out there.
Get at it.
Who's on that with you?
Me and Ted Emmerich.
Oh, nice. Yeah. That'll be fun.
Yeah, me and Ted Emmerich are doing that on Compass Media. So it's the national radio.
Very cool. Chris, let me know a little fun tidbit. Apparently Atlanta's running thin on quarterbacks, so the starting quarterback for them tomorrow night will be Ben DiNucci.
Really?
So we'll get the upside down, some kind of upside down logo hat going on.
DiNucci show.
Michael from Vicksburg.
I thought we was going to see what do they call Kirk Cousins? The white Dak Prescott? What do they call it? They call
It's the truth.
Well, fellas, what's our schedule next week?
What's that?
Chris?
Monday, Wednesday, Friday?
No,
You guys are on Tuesday,
Thursday?
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Oh, every day except Monday. Why do we have Monday off?
Because it's not your day.
we're like rotating the first.
So
couple
basically,
days.
what's going to happen is Wednesday is basically our Monday for the opener.
Got you.
I got you.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be on the following Monday because it's Labor Day.
Yeah.
And then Tuesday is going to be a day that you guys are on. That'll be your Friday.
Okay.
Because Wednesday is a travel day, and we play Philly on Thursday.
That's right.
All right.
So
we Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week?
Yeah.
that is correct.
So we going at Philly, man.
Show me the money. Let's go. $10. That's $40 right there. Let's go.
Cut day is on Tuesday. So then we can talk about the roster on Wednesday.
There we go. All right. There's your
That'll be
show
your
lineup
roster
for next week.
Dallas.
There you
More
go.
Surprises.
Watch
What
the
time
game.
next week?
Come on, man. Come on.
Same time, 1 o'clock.
Come on, man.
So
on, dog.
okay.
Come on, dog.
What?
I don't know either. I just didn't ask.
The same time, right?
It's the same time.
Every day.
Why would it be different?
I don't know.
So
Are we into the regular time now? Is this going to be our time all year?
Yes.
you've been 1 o'clock all last year.
That's what I'm saying. But each year we had changed.
yeah,
so
yeah,
now.
We've been 1
You will
o'clock
be
for a
one.
minute.
Well, don't change that because I didn't get into
It's gonna
Jesse
be
all the
your
money.
time.
That's why.
Listen,
Just like,
I'll be
oh,
short.
What's
y'all
your
be
problem?
Short, y'all be short one on
Hey,
it.
Hey, we 1
Jesse
o'clock.
wants
then.
to be Jesse. We'll see Jesse
Yeah.
around 12:45 when he's
Yeah.
walking through that line.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, catch us next week.
1 o'clock
Enjoy the
from
game
now.
tomorrow. We'll catch y'all Tuesday on Hanging with the Boys.
We out.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!